My name is Dr. Fody Panagakos. I am currently the interim dean at the West Virginia University School of Dentistry and also a member of the board of directors of the Shils Foundation. It is my pleasure and honor to present the 2020 Excellence in Academia Award to Dr. Richard Valachovic, President Emeritus of the American Dental Education Association and also visiting scholar at the NYU College of Dentistry. Rick, this is both an honor and a pleasure. When I was asked to present this award, I was words cannot describe how I felt, considering the long career that we've had together, both as colleagues and friends. So it is truly a pleasure to present to you this award, which is well deserved. So what I'd like to do, Rick, is just ask you a few questions. We have a wonderful career behind you and you're still actively engaged in education, but I think it's good for those who don't know you really well to maybe ask you a few questions and to learn a little bit more about yourself.
Okay.
So again, I think first and foremost, Ed Shils was a colleague to both of us. Obviously, you did a lot of work with him over your career, and I'm certainly he would be really pleased to hear that you got this award. Your relationship with Ed Shils and how you worked with him?
Well, thanks, Fody. First of all, this is truly an honor for me. I did indeed work closely with Ed Shils especially when I first joined ADEA. He was then executive director at the DMD. We collaborated to build the membership of our ADEA Corporate Council, enhancing the voice of the dental trade in the work that we were doing.
Great. So, you've really spent in dental education. So how did it all get started and where did it lead you along that path?
I grew up in upstate New York and I went to dental school thinking that I was going to return there to open up a private practice. But my life changed when I was at the University of Connecticut as a dental student and then a pediatric dentistry resident at Children's Hospital in Boston. I got the research bug, not the laboratory research one, but the health policy research one. And that led me to a faculty career at the Harvard School of Dental Medicine and then to become president and CEO at ADEA.
Well, that was I guess, very fortuitous getting that research bug. I had the same situation in my career.
Exactly.
And had a gentleman by the name of Dom DiPaolo steer me in that direction many years ago. I was a dental student, missed very much, obviously. So obviously, you've been with ADEA for a long time and involved in education, and your leadership is widely recognized, not only in the dental education space, but in the broader health professions education space. I think now more than ever, you'll agree that we're living in a time where leadership at all levels is sorely needed. What do you believe is the most critical asset of a strong leader?
Well, I really believe that the key attribute of a successful leader is the ability to instill hope in those whom he or she expects will follow them. It is a talent to identify a future that's better than the present one, giving them hope and a path to that future. So certainly giving hope is critical for leaders at a time of crisis or tragedy, obviously, but it's also helpful to leaders on a day-to-day basis in meeting the goals of whatever organization or community they hope to lead.
Great, thank you. Your work at the American Dental Education Association included extensive outreach to other organizations, not only within dentistry, but within the broader health professions. What did you learn from these collaborations?
Well, Fody, my mantra throughout my tenure at ADEA was to relentlessly pursue strategic alliances, a phrase that I referred to by the acronym RIPSAW. When I first started at ADEA, dental education was yet to be a player in the world of health professions. I started building strategic alliances with other dental organizations, then with other health professions, and then with the higher education community throughout the university system. This allowed ADEA to help fulfill its role of being the voice of dental education, and I think we truly became the voice of dental education within the dental community and far beyond.
And I commend you for all those efforts because I think they're bearing fruit, and I think in the current crisis that we're in, they're even more important than ever. So thank you for that. So just to close out, thinking about the future and instilling hope, we also need to prepare the next generation of leaders to show the way to the future, not only within education, but also clinical practice. That's going to be very the ways we learned, obviously, and even the current crop of students that are learning right now, and also how to care for their patients. I know this is a big question, and it's we don't have a lot of time to go into it, but just from your perspective, how are we going to do this? What's going to be the path to success?
As we think about hope, and I truly believe that's critical, but we also need to be thinking about the ability of leaders in the future to be adaptive. The COVID crisis is really a prime example of that. It's great to be able to provide hope for a better future, but how do we be adaptive as well? Fode, you and I graduated from dental school at a time when change happened relatively slowly. Now change happens daily. Our graduates this year will still be practicing in 2060. Think about that. That's a long ways away. Lots going to change. The procedures that our dental students and allied dental students and dental residents will have mastered as they leave this year will likely be obsolete during their careers. So we need to ensure that the next generation of leaders is well prepared to adapt to these changes. Just think of the technology changes that are yet to come. Virtual learning, artificial intelligence, far beyond Zoom, far beyond the computer capacity that we have now. Demographic changes in our dental workforce and in the US population. And the future is certain to be more team-based, both in practice and in our schools and programs. So how do we prepare future leaders to provide hope, but to be adaptive to change? And I think that's what we need to be thinking about as we lead the next generation.
Well, I fully agree with that, and I'm living that every day actually here as we navigate not only the current crisis, but also providing hope and also setting the table so we can take advantage of all these advances that are coming through as we speak. Well, Rick, listen, this was a wonderful honor for me and opportunity to present this award to you on behalf of the Shils Foundation. Again, congratulations from myself, but the board, as well as the entire community that you've served so admirably and selflessly for so many years. So congratulations and thank you again.
All right. Thanks, Lord.